Welcome to Event Radio, covering local drag racing, stock car racing, motorcycles, go-karts. If it's got wheels and you can race it, you'll hear about it here. Event Radio is motorsports radio on steroids. Now, let's join your hosts, Spivvy Williams and Terrible T Guy.
All right, guys, welcome to the next edition of Event Radio. We are at Challenger Fest, the first of the, many major events coming to Beach Bend this year. I think there's 26 or 29 multi-day events that we're going to be bringing you, and this is the very first one, and the turnout is really, really good. We sort of cruised through here earlier in the Suburban before we went and got the golf cart and decided to do the show. And we looked at what all's here, and there's a bunch of cars. You got everything. You got Ricky Stenhouse's NASCAR car. The display car is here. I don't know why, but what the real reason why it should be here, other than I'm sure it's Fastenal, and I'm sure maybe they're in with the sponsorship of this event somehow. But there's a ton of stuff here. There's a lot of new stuff that we haven't seen before. There's a lot of cars that are really, really trick. There's a lot of things about them that are trick, that are different, things that you don't see everywhere. And the Challenger guys have figured out different ways to do the same thing that a lot of us have done another way for years, and they've figured out a different way. And it's really pretty cool, everything that they do. There are display cars everywhere. We're going to go back and we're going to cruise through there, and we're going to bring you a bunch of those people and introduce you to some of them. And there's a veterans organization that is racing, that is a totally veteran racing outfit that we would like to meet and talk to them. There's a bunch of people that we're going to bring you live on this show, but we want to go and say hi to as many of them as we can and introduce you to some people from all across the country that love Challenger cars, and they're here for the Challenge Fest this weekend at Beach Bend Raceway, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I think that this will be, I don't know, it's always fun when you go through here. We had fun here last year when we came and met these people. We got to meet a bunch of the vendors and a bunch of stuff like that, and we had a big time, and hopefully we'll see some old friends and make some new ones, and talk to some people that are doing some stuff and different things. Like I said, everything's different. It's what can we do to make this car cool? Not much. It's already cool. So we'll see what all's going on. But we're going to take a real quick break and introduce you to Holly and Quick Fuel and Gearhead Gazette and Beach Bend Park, of course, our major sponsors, and just say hi to those guys. And we're going to come back from the parking lot at the car show of Challenge Fest and see what's going on. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, we are back from Challenge Fest in the parking lot, and I come up on dinner here. Man, these guys they got victuals that's unbelievable, and the prettiest one of the bunch is not eating. What's your name, ma'am?
I'm not sure about the prettiest one of the bunch, but my name is Barbara.
Where are you from, ma'am?
I live in North Vernon, Indiana.
All right, now help me out there a little. North Vernon, I've been there, I think.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I believe I have. Evansville and where?
Go straight up I-65 from here and take a right at Exit 50.
Go up to New York City and turn right.
Yeah,
huh?
I know.
Is that what you do? So, you guys having fun?
Oh, we're having a grand time.
Is this your first one or 91st one or which one?
No, we think this is our fourth one.
Oh, okay. All right.
From the best we can tell from the T-shirts.
It appears to be bigger than last year.
Well, the car show, I would say we have had this is a very good turnout.
Yeah.
Out at the track, I think some of those folks got a little scared away because
Well, the
of
weather
forecast.
Yeah, the weather forecast is not good, and it's. But you guys got some racing in today.
Oh, good racing! If you weren't out there, you missed it.
We weren't out there. We normally are, but usually if there's a car show, our offices are close to here, and we can just bring the golf cart without loading all that mess up, and so we can come over and do this part of the show from here, and it just makes it sort of fun.
Very good.
So who decided on dinner here?
It was collective.
Oh, was it? Okay,
Yes.
All right.
It was close too.
Close. Okay, all right. Do we have any sponsors for the car, or are y'all just footing the tab out of your pocket, or what?
That lovely man over there is the sponsor for the car. So-
That's why he gets the food, huh? Is that it? He eats first, huh? Okay, all right. Well, as long as you're having fun, we appreciate you coming to Challenge Fest, and we, like I said in the beginning of this show, which you didn't hear, but you'll hear it when you hear the show. But there are 26 or 29 multi-day events this year at Beach Bend, and you guys are the very first one.
I thought it looked as if we were.
Yeah, and it gets pretty cool here
Yep.
as the summer goes on, but I boy, you bring the fast cars in first, huh? Is that it?
Oh, definitely, and the prettiest,
Yeah, there you go.
the best looking.
There you go. Hey, I'm telling you, I can go along with that. Well, listen, lady, we won't disturb you from dinner, but we appreciate you taking a second and joining us on Event Radio and welcoming everybody to Challenge Fest. And
Well, it's my pleasure.
doing your deal for Vernon, Indiana. Is it
North
Vernon or
Vernon.
North Vernon?
North Vernon.
Is that close to Mount Vernon?
No, it's
All
not.
right.
Our county seat is actually Vernon, and then I
Vernon,
hate to
Vernon.
say it, but yes,
Vernon,
then
Vernon.
North Vernon is just right up the
Vernon,
the
Vernon.
road from
Vernon, just
from
up there.
Vernon.
North Vernon. That's like Habib and his other brother Habib. One of them deals, Vernon and Vernon. Well, listen, lady, thank you so much for being on Event Radio. We've had fun, and we're going to cruise through here and meet a lot of people. Anybody you think that we ought to meet, that you can sort of steer us in that direction. So, yeah, we'll meet them.
Okay.
We'll meet them. We'll have fun.
I think I could find a couple or two down there for you.
Good deal. All right, we're going to let this lovely lady get back to her food, guys. You're on Event Radio. We're at the parking lot of the car show of Challenge Fest, and man, you need to check this out. This is a cool event. Cool cars, good-looking women, couple of ugly old boys they've thrown in for good measure, but it's a fun deal. You're on Event Radio, and we'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact-resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
Well, Rice, you should be able to hear me. I'd like for you to hold this up pretty close, right to your mouth. Talk dead in the center of it, okay?
I can handle that.
That's cool. We're easy.
Yes.
All right, guys, we are back from Challenger Fest, and we have a gentleman that with us from Billet Technology, and I don't know a lot about that. Tell me about that. What is it?
Absolutely. We're the sponsors here for this show. We're the ninth. This is the ninth time doing this show, and we've been sponsors, the main sponsors actually of this show since day
Bigger
one.
now. You're doing good, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah, we see more people show up, and it is a 2-day event. Today, we had the track going on first. Earlier today, we had all kinds of people running all kinds of different divisions, slow or fast as well.
Yeah.
And now it's showtime. We're actually judging some people now and giving some scores.
Cool. What do you base your? A lot of the challengers look alike. So what do you base your scoring on?
You're right on the money. I mean, challengers haven't changed since 2008.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly
and
it. And they haven't changed any of that. And so we try to be very straightforward on with people what they do to their car. We have stock, we have modified, and customs, and we explain each one to the customer so they know. And obviously, the people that are entering, not just customers, but people that are entering the show. we tell them what to pick based on what they're doing to their car, so they have a good chance to win.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What do they win, bud?
Okay. Yeah, we do have trophies. We have Best of Show, which would be the guy that has the best looking ride here,
Okay.
and then we do have first, second, and third places for those divisions, which is stock, modified, and custom.
Cool. Great. Well, I'm a real bozo. I didn't even ask you your name. What's your name?
My name is Nick.
Nick, where are you from, friend?
I'm from Florida, South Florida.
Huh.
Billet
Boy, that's
Technology,
a rough
where we
life.
are.
That's a rough
it's
life.
wonderful over there. It's,
Yeah, I know it is.
until you have to drive somewhere and tow your car.
Pardon me if I don't bleed my heart for you, you know. I mean, Daryl Gwynn's a good friend of mine in Miami, so, you know, I mean, I've always kidded him. I say, you know, buddy, why would you leave to go race anywhere? Just
Absolutely.
stay there.
Yeah, that's well, we do have an event there in Bradenton, Florida, and to throw a shout out to HemiRace.com
Okay.
if you want to see what we do, and they do have different. They travel. Basically, this was one of the events as well that they
Okay.
came and participated in. It's not an MSHS event.
How many Challenger events are there a year that you guys do?
Well, this one's definitely the biggest for just Challenger Fest, obviously in the name, but everybody's welcome. You see Chargers here and
Sure.
and Dodges.
I even saw a Corvette
Trucks.
over here, you know.
Yeah, we have a CO6. He actually is a fellow Challenger owner too, but he wanted to
Okay.
bring a CO6 new.
Well, that's all right. He's in Corvette City, so,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that
that's
happens
very
here.
true.
That happens here.
Yes, sir.
There are Corvettes here every once in a while.
We welcome anybody. Actually, I mean, he was welcome to go down the track, and he was welcome. Obviously, Challenger Fest, but again, anybody welcome to.
Well,
come
you know, that's one thing. I do all of them. I do all the events that come into Beach Bend, and that's one of the things that I remember about last year. You guys are very friendly, and everybody that you go up and talk to, they're pretty cool people, and I like that because we welcome you, and we want you to feel at home here. And we want you to enjoy your stay, you know, and we want you to come back, you know. That's just a cool deal.
Well, I'm glad you experienced that, because that's really the goal here, is to welcome everybody regardless of, you know, how much dollars you can put into your car, because, again, we have even from stock people.
All right,
to
now
have
let's
them
get
right by.
serious. There's some
Okay.
good-looking girls here.
Yeah, we do have that happen quite often. You got to be careful.
Is it a car deal or what? I mean, yeah, I may want one of these.
We do
you
have
know?
yes. That does happen depending on what.
That
you
just
have.
sort of goes with the deal, huh?
Yes, absolutely. We have we got that going on once in a while. Absolutely, got to be respectful,
Mainly,
of course.
Back to business just a minute. What does Billet Technology make?
Okay, yeah, I'd be glad to explain what we do. We make solid aluminum parts.
Okay.
Mostly for modern Mopars, but we have branched out to other markets as well. Solid aluminum parts, you'll see it a lot on the vehicles. We do custom work, basically, any kind of images, or if you have your theme, and so on.
Okay, all right. So you CNC machine most of it, or
That's exactly it. We actually been around for more than 40 years. We've been since part of Mopar, and we work with Mopar one-on-one, like Mopar 10s, 11s, 15s, the drag packs that come stock with their parts.
cool. Well, hey, I'm telling you what, you guys do a good job because there's some awesome hot rods here. I mean,
Yes.
some beautiful cars.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you. You know, you run around here with a clipboard, buddy. You just
Gotta
get
continue.
nabbed. You just get nabbed, and we got to talk to
I
you.
appreciate it. I appreciate the support for Challenger Fest and for Billet Technology as well, and thank you for your questions.
Go to BilletTechnologies.com, I presume.
.net.
.net, okay.
BilletTechnology.net. Or,
Well, call them up. They will take your credit card and sell you everything in the house if you want to buy it.
Yep,
I'm sure.
if you have a modern Mopar, it's worth checking out because we have a lot of options. We have a lot of pictures to show what we can really do, almost anything.
Cool. Thank you for joining us on
Thank
Event
you
Radio,
as well.
my friend.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, we're having a ball. We're at the parking lot. We're meeting all kinds of cool people. You're on Event Radio. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, we are back from Challenger Fest, and we came up on a whole group of guys that are either having court or they're going to burn the hotel down or what they're going to do. I'm not exactly sure. Or a prayer meeting. Maybe I was a little reluctant to say that with the comments I got.
The first two, maybe. Not
The first two, not the prayer meeting?
Not the
Okay.
prayer meeting, no.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Rich.
Rich, where are you from, buddy?
I'm from just north of Atlanta, as is most of this group.
Oh, okay. We got Peachtree City, is that it?
Peach State Challengers, right?
Let me ask something. I've been to Atlanta 500 times. Has there ever been a day that there hadn't been road construction going on in Atlanta, Georgia?
No, it's to keep the people from outside of Georgia from coming to Georgia.
Jeez.
That's by design.
Well, I tell you what, you got it covered. There's no doubt about it, because there's something. You guys should have the highway system from hell. I mean, that the best that's ever could be, because you work on it all the time.
You would think, but no. It's the plan is to keep other people from coming there.
Well, all you got to do to keep that go is go through there on busy traffic hour. That ain't going to happen. Do you race a lot at Commerce? Is that it? Or?
We'll go to Commerce at times. We'll also go down to Silver Dollar City in Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
That's just outside of Macon.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Used to be a place down in Warner Robins too.
That's Reynolds.
That is Reynolds.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm old though.
That's good. I'm almost there too.
Well, almost right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've actually been down there and raced at all those places. So
it's Silver Dollar is a good what do they call it when you have a secret that you don't want to let anybody know? And
best kept secret in town.
Yes, that's one of those. You can go down there and run as much as you'd like, and you have a good time. Commerce is a little bit more.
I'm trying to think of the fellow's name. I think Bobby Boyd maybe was his name.
Could be. They recently sold. Bobby recently sold. He said he didn't have to sell. He just He just wanted he and his wife wanted to retire, and they sold it. But he's still. You can see him around the track and whatnot.
Well, back years ago, I ran an old funny car and ran all through there, and he booked us a lot of shows out there, and we ran Commerce, ran all those other places too. But it was cool. I love it down there. I think it's neat.
I actually moved to Atlanta from St. Louis, and prior to that, I lived in L.A. And prior to that, I lived in New York, so I enjoy Atlanta a lot. It's another one.
It's
of those
good you moved out of
treasures.
L.A. without all the seawater in your brain. You know that I've got some buddies out there, and I tell them that's what's
Yeah,
wrong. That's what's wrong with
Yeah,
them.
and smoke in your brain. And
Is that it?
smog in your, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So are you having fun at this event?
Oh, this is my personally fourth time here. I think I started at Challenger Fest 6, so 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yep. So it was a good time.
Which one is your hot rod, buddy?
This white one right here.
Oh, okay.
It says 345X on it. That's
Okay.
mine. Yep.
With an 1190 index. That's
Yeah,
cool.
we
That's a good
ran
ride.
11.9 index, right?
That's a good ride. That's a good ride.
A little bit faster than that.
Yeah, well, it should be. It's just a
Well,
touch. You got to be able to control it. You know.
You have to.
You know, that's something that for an old guy like me to get to. I have a lot of trouble getting my head wrapped around running the starting line, mid range, and then running the finish line. Where all of your bracket boys, that's what they do. And to me, I'm used to right here to down there, and the first one down there is the winner.
Right.
And
it's a different mindset. You have to. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Oh, and it's not. Hell, it confuses me. And I mean, I was fairly good at what I did, but not real good. But I could never figure that out.
And I'll be honest. There's some days where I can nail it, and I got it figured out. And then there's other days. I've been doing this about 4 years now. Then there's other days I just, no matter what I do, I can't do anything right. It's a little bit of a head game at times.
I'm going to ask your opinion on something.
All right, I got lots of those.
That's good.
Good.
Street Outlaws on TV.
I think some of it is the fabricated drama to get the viewership.
It's working.
Well, it is. The car's running. There's no way you can script that. I don't.
No.
There's no way you can script that. And I watch it. My son watches it to see the cars run and to see what they're running. Some of it is, it's the fabricated drama for TV.
Well, they had a no prep race here.
Yes, I remember last year.
And it drew more people than Hot Rod Reunion.
Right.
It drew more people than any of the other, I think there are 26 multi-day events here.
Right.
And it was the number one draw of all of them.
For the year or all time?
Well, I mean, for the event, not all of them combined, of course.
Right.
But it was amazing to me. I remember the very first NHRA Sports Nationals that held here, and they had 52,000 people at it.
Right.
These guys covered that with ease.
Yes, easily. And when you watch the shows on TV and you see where they're in Texas and other places, the stadium, the tracks are full. I mean, they're literally full.
I get ridiculed, I guess, because I don't approve of the street racing. Okay, I'm enough old diehard drag racer to not approve of that.
I agree,
but I approve of the format.
Yes.
I like the run what you brung. I like if you're going to win $50,000, let's win $50,000.
Sure.
You see what I mean? Instead of buy back 14 times to, you know what I mean? If you're going to race, let's race.
I absolutely understand. And if the cool thing is, if you watch episodes of that show from the beginning, you can see they're actually racing on the street, and that part of it I don't go for.
I don't like that either.
But if you watch as the show became more popular and the production money came in, you can see they cordon off streets, they have lights, and it's a street type of preparation, but it's strictly controlled as to there's no traffic and any of that sort of thing.
Well,
that aspect of it, I could go for.
Well, yeah, and I think that's why it's so popular. It's put drag racing back to where drag racing used to be.
Yes, I
before
agree.
They regulated the bull out of it.
I agree.
You know?
I agree because now when you were talking about, we were talking about Silver Dollar City.
Yeah.
Before, you would go down there on Friday nights, and Friday nights were strictly test and tune and grudge racing. Now you go down there, it's test and tune and grudge racing, but they always have something going on, whether it's run what you brung from the 8th mile to the finish line, or it's definitely reinvigorated the sport.
Well, I've been doing this crap a long time. I can remember me personally when Beach Bend never closed. You could go out there if you wanted to go right now and go out there and pair off with your buddy. Racetrack was open. Go on.
Right.
Now, you didn't have lights. You didn't have any of that stuff.
Right.
But they never abused. There was never any street racing here.
Right.
Because you could go to the racetrack and do it. What's wrong with that?
No, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Actually, I was saying I grew up in New York. My brother lives in New York. There's a movement out on Long Island where my brother lives to actually build a track so that they can get the kids and people off the streets. I mean, and
I think it's a fabulous idea.
I do too. I mean, it's like anything else. You enjoy your alcohol responsibly. You enjoy everything else responsibly. Enjoy your car, but do it responsibly.
And I promise you one thing: you give a kid one of these, he'll never be on drugs. He ain't got no money left.
That's a see.
You know what I mean?
This gentleman here with the Super Moose shirt that kind of looks like a 16-year-old version of me. That's my plan with him. I've got him so addicted.
And when we grew up, I mean, you might have drank a beer or two, but all of the dope and all that stuff. You spent every dollar on the race cars or on whatever you thought was a race car.
Yes.
And you didn't have enough money to do that crap.
Nope.
Nope. And you really didn't want to because this was more fun.
Yes. In a sense, it's addictive too.
Sure.
You go fast and you want to go a little faster, and then you go a little faster and you want to go a little bit more faster. And
that's what's been wrong with me all my life. Is that it?
I don't know if it's wrong.
Hell, I got it in the short. He says I don't have enough tire on my golf cart.
No,
hell,
that's just Billy. I mean, you got to consider that.
Is that what you got to do? Okay, all right.
But I mean, if you're going to have fun, do it safe, do it legal, and be responsible about it. And there's nothing wrong with any of that.
Listen, my friend, I'm going to let you get back to the meeting over here. I know it's not a prayer meeting.
No, it's not the prayer
So they're
meeting.
Not going to pass the plate, so you're safe on that,
No, there's no plate passing.
Okay, all right. Well, I thought maybe it might be a pork chop on it or something,
It wouldn't. By the time it got to me and you, there wouldn't be any pork chops.
We wouldn't get anything,
right.
would we? Listen, I appreciate you being on Event Radio and taking a few minutes to be with us. We hope you're having fun at Challenger Fest.
Well, like I said, this is my 4th time here. We're looking for my 5th time, and I will be back next year.
Hey, buddy, we'll be right here to welcome you and tell you we appreciate you all coming. We hope you have a big time. And on behalf of all of our sponsors, Holly and Quick Fuel and Beach Bend and Gearhead Gazette and all the guys that pay for this little radio show, we appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming.
You're very welcome.
And we hope you have the biggest time you ever had.
As long as you keep having this, we'll keep coming back.
Hey, buddy, we want you.
All righty, thank you.
Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having just too much fun. The fun police are probably pretty close, so we better get out of here. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact-resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, we are back, Challenger Fest, and we got one of the young guns with us. What's your name, sir?
My name is David Manus.
David, where are you from, friend?
I am from a small town called Marion, Kentucky.
That ain't small to me. I grew up, my grandmother lived in Sheridan.
Oh, wow.
Marion, Kentucky, I can tell you about the 88 dip. I can tell you about a lot of things.
My parents actually used to own that and run that 88 dip.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, when I was a kid, and I hate to admit this to you, daggone it, because I ought to be a better image than this, But I used to go down there and stay with my grandmother and street drag race and make a lot of money on the weekends. And I always liked Marion. You know, it was a cool place.
Yeah.
Well, that's neat. That matter of fact, they almost sent me to Crittenden County High School because I'd flunked out of every other one here, and they wanted to get me in somewhere. But she worked it out where I didn't have to go. But it was a cool place.
Yeah.
And I like it. So tell me a little about your hot rod. What are we doing here?
Well, I have a 2007 Dodge Charger Daytona, and I know it's kind of a standout because it's not a Challenger, but it's we picked it up probably about 2 years ago, and it's my everyday driver. But I love it to death. Try to take care of it pretty well.
Cool.
Drive to school every day.
So drag racing big time or what?
Me, not yet. I hate to say it, but I'm a little bit too. I suppose you can just call it straight up a little bit too scared to do it. I suppose. Not going to lie to you.
Well, no, maybe it's not being scared. Maybe it's being wise.
Yeah.
Because you know what it costs to fix it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See? And so
the time will come. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what got you into the car hobby?
Well, I used to not be into it, but then Dad bought a 2007 SRT8 Dodge Charger, and it was a Super B, number 536 out of 1,000. I wasn't really into it. Then we started going to car shows. We actually went to Mopar Nationals, and we won out of the stock division there. And then ever since then, I just thought that it was the coolest thing ever, and I've been into cars ever since then, about 5th grade.
Cool. That's great. A lot of kids get sidetracked without some form of something to get into.
Yeah.
And cars are the thing. I mean, they're just cool. They're happening, and one thing about it, if you work on your car, you don't have to worry about having any money for drugs.
Yeah.
The car will take all the cash. You don't have to worry about it. So what do you do in Marion, bud? I know you go to school.
Yeah, I don't do too many sports, but I'm in a bunch of clubs. I'm a FCA president, and that's the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
Cool.
So and then I'm part of the academic team and do a bunch of activities like that.
That's great. That's wonderful. Yeah, matter of fact, we sold a Mr. Belt. I don't know if you know who he is, a realtor down there.
Okay.
We sold the old farm. It was a family farm, and part of the land went to Deer Creek Baptist Church. I didn't know till they surveyed it that I owned their parking lot, and I just gave it to them. And just I'm not going to. My grandmother and granddaddy are buried there, and I made a deal with them. If you'll just keep that looking nice, you can have this forever for no money. And so it's a pretty cool place. Marion holds a dear place in my heart because when I was a kid, every Christmas that's where you went.
Yeah.
When you're young, you go with your parents, and of course it was my dad's mom, and that's where you went for Christmas. And so you didn't get to play with your stuff. You get to throw it all in a car and drive to 100 and some miles down there. But it was neat. It was fun. Mm-hmm. So you having fun at this event?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's great.
See anything that makes you want to do something to yours?
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff, and I want to get into it here before too long. But right now, I'm just worried about keeping it in decent shape. One day I do plan on modifying it a little bit, but right now, yeah.
Well, listen, my friend, you are a great mentor to a lot of young people. I hope they listen to this show and they listen to what you're saying. And this is, you think there's something wrong with the country of our young people? Meet a guy like this young man, and you forget all that crap.
Well, thank you.
Really, no, really, I'm serious. And maybe the small town has something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe so.
Yeah. A lot of people like to complain about Marion, but I'd rather live there than any big city. I couldn't handle it if I was going.
Got some pretty girls that live down there too. Hey, I'm not just old, buddy. I'm not blind, But no, there's some very pretty girls in Marion. Anyway, we've talked enough. The Marion Chamber of Commerce will be sending us gold stars. But, listen, my friend, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to the event. Thank you for being on Event Radio. This has been a fun, enlightening deal. Thank you for being a good kid.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's a neat deal. Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having just too much fun. Challenger Fest, we're meeting a lot of cool people, seeing a lot of cool hot rods, and we ain't done yet. But before the fun police get after us, though, we better move on. We'll be right back.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, we are back from Challenge Fest. We make our way all the way down to where it even smells good down here. We're at the close to the concession thing, and we find three guys sitting out here holding court, and one of them is from Canada, and he won't even admit to being in this country, but that's okay. We'll shame him into not doing it. What is your name, sir?
Steve Taransky.
Steve, you are from Cincinnati.
Yes, I am. Cincinnati, Ohio.
WKRP.
Yep, you know it.
You know, that was one of my favorite shows on TV, not because we do radio or nothing, but I thought that was one heck of a show, and it was really a pretty good ambassador for Cincinnati.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
All except Les Nessman.
Yeah.
When he threw the turkeys off out of the helicopter or whatever it was. How many Challenge Fest deals you been to?
This is my sixth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're having fun, huh?
It's a great time. I look forward to it every year. Absolutely.
What do you like best about it? Car show, drag racing? What?
Both. I mean, obviously Friday is the big car show day. Tomorrow is typically the big drag race day. Both are great. I think I like the car show best because everybody's out in the parking lot having a good time. You get to know a lot of people and see what other people have done to their cars, and you get ideas for your car and, you know, things that work, things that don't work.
Yeah, well, you sort of get to see them in the flesh, you know,
instead
of a picture on the internet or something, and you can come and look and touch and feel. And
yeah, and you come here with a lot of questions, and you stroll around and
you
try
got some
to get them answered.
manufacturers. Yeah, and you got some manufacturers you can talk to.
Oh, absolutely. You walk away with some ideas, and, you know.
Yeah.
You do a little, you know.
So how long?
It's all about modifying, you know.
Yours is the purple car. That I love the purple. I think that's cool as hell.
I do too.
How long have you
had
it?
A lot of flavor.
Oh yeah, man.
A lot of flavor.
Yeah.
So I bought it. It's a 2010, and I bought it in 2012.
Okay.
I had 5,000 miles on it. It was practically brand new.
Sure.
And it's my baby.
Nice.
I just slowly keep modifying it every year and making it a little bit faster and a little bit prettier, and you know.
It's a gorgeous hot rod, my
Thank
friend.
you very
I
much.
love the purple. I just
I do too.
I've always been a big fan of that, and I don't know. Our old race car had some purple mixed in with it. Of course, it was multicolored, lots of colors, but I always liked the purple. It just looks good.
Right. Yeah, it's a good old school, you know, high impact color, and I always tell people if they got to ask me why'd you get a purple car, I say if you got to ask me that, then
you're
I'm
a
not
bozo
answering.
anyway. Yeah, you're an idiot. So what do you do, sir, for a living?
I work for a commercial site work and plumbing contractor.
Okay.
In Cincinnati. Yep.
Keep them flushed, huh?
Yes, I do.
Good deal. Keeps the sewer from backing up.
Yeah.
That's always important.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, we appreciate you taking
thanks for having me
a few
on.
minutes to be on Event Radio and saying hi to all the people and anybody in Cincinnati you want to say hi to.
My beautiful wife, Sherry.
Why is she not with you?
You know what? She's actually driving down in the morning to be with me.
Good.
She's getting a rental car one way.
Going to ride back with you?
And then riding back with me.
So that means no drag race, don't tear it up.
Exactly.
Or you'll be in deep trouble.
Take care of the baby.
Or you'll be in deep trouble.
And my three boys, Steve and Alex and Nick.
Hey, that's cool. That's great.
3 teenage
I love
boys.
It. You know, I love the car events because they're such a family deal.
Absolutely.
And that's important. Now, I don't care who you are. That's when you can do something as a family and you guys enjoy it together.
Yeah.
And plus, it gives you something to talk about around the dinner table.
And there's been years that we've brought the whole family down, but of course, as the kids get older, it's harder to do, and you know, everybody's doing their own thing. And you know, this year it's just my wife and I. So,
well, listen, my friend, thank you so much for being on Event Radio, for letting us stop and play with you and have a little fun.
Yeah.
And this thing goes to a lot of people, so we've actually introduced you to a bunch of folks around the world, and. For the guy in Australia that calls me every Monday morning and tells me about your crocodile, don't paint him purple, whatever you do. Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having just too much fun at Challenge Fest. We wish you were here, but you're not, and we're having fun, and you aren't. So, you should make it next time and come to this event.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back, guys.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact-resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, we are back from Challenger Fest, and I come up on a car that I think if there was such a thing as calling him the Fonz of being that cool, this car is that cool. It has lights everywhere. They do all kinds of trick stuff, and I've got the lady that knows everything about it with me. What is your name, ma'am?
Anita Logue.
Anita, where are you from, hon?
Chickasha, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. Now, all right. Now you're going to test my geography lessons. Where is Henrietta compared to that?
It's east of Oklahoma City.
Okay, and that's where you are, right?
I'm 30 minutes from Oklahoma City.
Okay, all right. Okay, I used to drag race out that way, so I remember. My kid made me stop at, let me think if I'm thinking of the member, H&R Western Store at Henrietta, Oklahoma. It was right on the interstate. And if Dad didn't bring her back something cool, Dad didn't get in the house, So we always did that. But we went to Oklahoma City a lot and had fun, and it was a neat deal. So did you drive the car all the way, or did you trailer it, or what?
We trailered it.
Okay.
She's our show car, and she's called the Wicked Witch.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes.
There you go. Well, Christmas at your house has got to be a trip with all them lights. It's got to be. Did hubby dream all those up, or did you do it, or what happened?
We both agree on what's added on to the car.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, now that's cool.
Yes.
It's good to have a family deal.
Yes.
So you go to all the shows?
We try to make every show we can.
Okay. What all do you do other than Challenger Fest?
We go to Spring Fest out in California. That's in March. We go to Wham, which is in Fort Worth, Texas. It's
Boy, you guys travel
Wham
on,
3,
huh?
yes. Yeah. We go to Lone Star Mopar Fest in Houston. We go over to Detroit to the Woodward Dream Cruise in August.
Wow. Well, your car gets looked at by a lot of folks, huh?
Yes, we've been quite a few places.
Well, I can understand why it's a showstopper. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You probably win all those shows, too, huh?
We have won quite a few, but we like to go to all the shows to support whatever they're raising money for.
Yeah, and this one is a veterans deal. Is that correct?
Yes.
Nothing more deserving than the veterans.
That's right.
We are big time on Event Radio. We are pro-veteran on everything that we do. We just did a show for a Mission 22, which aided veteran suicide, and we did a whole show just on that, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty neat. They raised a lot of money with country music stars and all kinds of stuff. So anything you can do for the veterans, guys, don't forget they paid the supreme price for you to allow you to be here and do what we do, and they're the ones, they deserve what they're getting,
Yes, for our freedom. We do a show in Missouri that's for the veterans also.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, now I understand something wasn't right under the hood or something. You had it changed or something. What was something about an M or something? What was that?
Oh, the Mopar.
The hidden M.
Do what?
I was telling them about the hidden M.
Oh, the Mopar emblem.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's hidden. We call them eggs in
Oh,
the
okay.
materials and stuff, and we have 5 hidden ones under the trunk display.
Really?
And also under the front. And we're have the witch that's in honor of breast cancer under the hood also.
That is so cool.
And then the witch on the hood scoop is holding the crystal ball with the Mopar emblem in it.
Neat. Well, I haven't had a chance to go around it and see it all, but I sure have scoped out a lot of it. And the lights are just it's so cool. I mean, it's just neat.
The kids love them.
I guess I'm a big kid,
Yes.
I'm an old kid. How about that? But I love the headlights going round and round and all that. Guys, it's a shame this is not TV, and we can't bring you this car. We will take some pictures of it, and we'll flip it behind this interview on the show so that you can see it. But this is awesome. Thank you so much for bringing it.
Thank you for having us here.
Hey, we appreciate you coming here. We appreciate you coming to Bowling Green. We hope you have fun.
We love the town, what we've seen so far.
Well, hey,
It's a
just
beautiful
check it
town.
all out. There's there was a sign somewhere. It's in one of the Kentucky cities. It says, "Home of so many happy people and a couple of sore heads." So I'm sure we got a couple of them, but I don't know who they are. So everybody pretty much loves cars here.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on Event Radio. Thank you for coming down and telling us about your car. And it, like I said, it's the showstopper, guys. If you come to this car show and you don't find the green car with all the cool lights, you have missed your calling. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you for having us.
Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having just too much fun. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, guys, what do you think? That's, man, challengers everywhere. Good event here. The show was a little short, but there were so many people and so many cars that everybody was just into everybody else, and we just did the best we could do. I can't get over talking enough about the young man from Marion, Kentucky. You say our country is shot. You see football players, that professional sports people that are taking a knee and not showing the respect to our flag. And then here's a young man that we meet on the radio from a little bitty town down in western Kentucky that is head of the Christian Athletes, and he puts a meaning to all of that stuff, and he does it effortlessly. I don't know. The respect that young man earned from me is unbelievable. Guys, trust me, if you want to do one thing for your kids, teach them respect, period. Don't worry about everything else. Don't worry about their grades in school. Don't worry about it. Sure, all that stuff's important, but it's not near as important as them learning to respect people. Respect not only, respect everything about them. That's the easiest way to put it. You know, it doesn't make any difference if you're Muslim. It doesn't make any difference if you're Baptist or if whatever your religion is. As long as you show respect for theirs and you don't try to push it off on somebody else, let it go. It's fine. Do your thing. If everybody would learn respect, there would be no black and white problem because everybody would show respect for each other. That's all it takes. Don't try to change the world. You can't do it. Nobody is going to agree like you agree or like you think. Not everybody. Some will, sure. There was a lot of them that believed in Jim Jones until they had the little Kool-Aid party, and then now they're history. So, just show respect for people. That's all that matters. At Event Radio, that's exactly what we try to do on every show, is to show the respect. Whether we like the car or we don't, it doesn't matter if it's our cup of tea or if it's not. They deserve respect because it's their thing and they like it, and I'm all for them. I just can't help myself. We appreciate you joining us for Challenger Fest. As always, we want to thank our sponsors, the great guys at Holley, at Quick Fuel, Gearhead Gazette, and, of course, Beach Bend Park, Beach Bend Raceway, and Beach Bend Splash Lagoon. We all appreciate each other, and we appreciate everything they do for us. If you would do us one favor, we would appreciate it. If you have enjoyed what you have heard, please tell a friend. But if you have not, show us a little respect and keep that to yourself. Guys, thank you for joining us, and we'll talk again.
You've been listening to Event Radio, covering local drag racing, stock car racing, motorcycles, go-karts. If it's got wheels and you can race it, you heard about it here. Event Radio is motorsports radio on steroids. Join us next time with your hosts, Spivey Williams and Terrible T Guy.